case, like for where an individual like didn't pay their credit card, and the collection agency sent a letter. The letter was dated July 29th, but they didn't send it until October, which was outside of the time frame that they were allowed to do so. Anyways, they ended up dismissing the case simply October, which was outside of the time frame. Anyways, they ended up dismissing the case simply because I told the client, I always tell clients keep your envelopes because it shows the exact date they actually physically put it in the mail. And so I use that as an example because if you save everything and you can prove that timeline, you have a rock solid case. But it's hard. It's hard. Civil rights cases are the hardest cases in the world to win, unfortunately, because you're normally going up against people in positions of power.
Well, I was just going to say,
up against people in positions of,
that he really, man, he downgraded big time.
Show us.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Good Lord have mercy. Justin, I sent you his profile on Discord.
Yeah, it's bad. Like,
she's on there, but anybody that wants to know, she's on there under Christy, Kristy.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be the one to say it because I'm biased, but
well,
what was her last name? Christy what?
Barnett.
And Christy what?
Barnett, and that's Drama Talk. That's NETTE. Oh,
thank you very much. I requested the Facebook page also.
Oh,
the Facebook page also.
I looked at her and oh man.
isn't that usually how it works out though?
I mean, yeah, I try not to, I feel like everybody is beautiful in their own way, but
no, when you don't get to, not when you're associated with those kinds of people, you don't get the benefit of the doubt. Sorry.
No, I don't care. I don't care what way.
This is the fiance.
Yeah. And when she's like choosing this man over her kids, and they're like,
well, exactly
out too. Like, come on, no, you don't. You know what? They deserve each other. They deserve each other, and I just hope that he doesn't do her.
Is she also the swinger lady?
she might be the new one.
Do you know what the name is of the original one?
She wasn't the one that came to the funeral home, though, correct?
No, she's not the one that came to the funeral home. Let me think a second, and I can tell you the one that came to the funeral home. Hang on a second.
We nosy.
I mean, that's why we're all into true crime.
But look, at some point,
we ain't entitled. We don't. We're not entitled to know anything. Nobody has to tell us anything. But we nosy as hell, and we gonna ask.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
Here's the thing:
if you tell me
this
no.
This woman is hopefully,
we have good
completely
intentions.
Uninvolved.
Like we want,
but at the very least, may have some insight to interactions and conversations leading up to
how he was
her passing. Yeah,
that's so when Jana said that she saw like the emails and he was logged into his, or her sister was logged into his stuff or whatever. That was what my question was going to be, because I was instantly thinking like affair. You know what I mean?
And she was saying something. He was tired of hearing it, got mad that he either A, got caught, or B, was just being a man and was sick of listening to, quote unquote, the nagging. Rich tells me I nag like a woman all the time, so I'm not trying to sound offensive, but you know what I mean.
Okay, and why does that Katrina Hendry, why does her profile picture look like it's of her and Tony? That's weird.
Because that's her and her husband. That's how much her husband looks like Tony.
Wow.
They look just alike.
Send that into the
I got you.
Gotta go look. I'm over here trying to paint.
And the fact
Jana, have you?
They look just alike.
Send that.
I got you.
Gotta go look. I'm over here trying to paint.
And the fact
Jana, have you talked to her?
Oh no, not since she called like said I was extorting money. I haven't talked to
Oh,
any. Oh no, not since she called like extorting money. I haven't talked to
oh,
any
she
of them.
said that?
Yeah, she accused me of extortion on Facebook.
because she wouldn't
Oh,
give
I
Tony
okay, I
the
didn't connect the dots that that was who said that.
Yeah,
because she wouldn't
Oh,
give
I was doing that. Okay.
yeah,
oh yeah,
she wouldn't give Tony the GoFundMe money.
yeah,
But the money wasn't for Tony. The money was for
funeral
Crystal's
expenses.
Give Tony the GoFundMe.
children. The money was for
Funeral
Crystal's
expenses.
children.
Yeah, and funeral
Well,
expenses.
which makes you question things. It makes you question why she took that as the prime opportunity to makes you question why she took that as the prime opportunity to point fingers at you for doing something wrong and wanting to not, communicate with you. If she had no point fingers at you for doing something. If she had no knowledge of anything, you would
How?
assume that she would be forthcoming and open to talking to the sister of someone whose husband allegedly wanted to intertwine relationships with.
Jana, how was he toward Crystal's family like you all right after the fact? Did he I mean, how did he treat you guys, right after? Did he think that y'all were on right after the fact? Did he treat you guys, right after? Did he think that y'all were on his side? Like was he
Um, he talked to my brother, my oldest brother, like, but I had to promise my older brother to be. He talked to my brother, my oldest. I had to promise my older brother to be really good at the funeral because I had the information from the laptop, and so I promised I wouldn't say anything until after it was over with. I would be civil. I just couldn't be really good at the funeral because I had the information. I promised I wouldn't say anything until after it was over with. I would be civil. I just couldn't make myself talk to him, so I just didn't. And a little while after, I just didn't. And for the funeral, I got a text from Tony. It was a screenshot of a conversation he and I had about the remaining balance on the funeral. Because before I found the laptop, I said I would help pay the remaining balance. Well, once I found the laptop, that's him. Once I found the balance, like found the laptop, I was like, I'm not paying for this. And so I said, do not text me again. And that was the last time I heard from him.
so does he know that you found the stuff you found on the laptop? Has anybody
Oh,
told him that?
oh yes, it's all over like the Justice for Crystal FB group.
Yeah.
And I pretty much
Oh,
allow anybody in there except for like if you're the sheriff, I'm gonna make you work for it a little bit, so I'm not gonna add you.
Hmm.
And if he tries to get in the group, I'm not gonna add him. I'm gonna make him work for it. But people send him screenshots all the time. Like he has supporters in there.
Yeah.
You know what? But I was just thinking about this. I was just watching body cam footage of another ex law enforcement officer, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. When I stop, I'll get it. Who unalived his wife and was just arrested. He was out for like 2 years. 2 years walked free because they couldn't prove anything. And look, family members pushed, and then he finally was arrested like 2.5 years later. So
Hmm.
I just again, there's hope, Jana. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? There's hope that we can, actually make something happen and make them put the,
that's her billboard.
or yeah, you know what
That's
I
what the
mean? Like,
billboard says.
yeah.
How long were they married for?
5 years.
Okay.
Y'all, she was goofy. Like,
mm,
So this woman he's married to, you said that she has strayed away from her family.
yeah, she's straight away from her family
So do
completely.
you think he takes like mental control or something?
Oh yeah, he's a narcissist.
Okay.
Yeah, I post everything there, and I sometimes I repost things just because new people join.
oh, wow.
Like super transparent.
This is sketchy too.
So
The ring camera.
is that where he disconnected the ring?
Yeah, where it was disconnected. It was warned like July or January 23rd, and then February 7th, it was completely disconnected. But that was in the trash email. None of this was in the inbox.
In whose trash email?
Tony's.
Wow.
Do you
Do
mind
you
if I
have,
take
did you have,
screenshots of some of this stuff to post
No.
on her page?
Oh, please do.
Okay,
That's
thank
where
you.
she passed like an insurance exam to like where she could sell. I guess I don't know anything about insurance. I just pay it. Like a different type of insurance or something. And she had passed. That was like February 1st, like 8 days before.
Yeah, that's so sad. Like,
have you had access to her personal email?
No, her email I couldn't get into.
Who has her phone?
He does. And then that's the three different police reports. Like again, super transparent about that. Like I'm not changing. Like it's proof I'm not changing records. I do
no, she's
redact some
got
of their phone numbers.
everything.
Yeah,
Oh, congratulations on your school.
yeah. I quit teaching for after 9 years and went back to
Master's.
Tulane.
Dang, girl.
I have a master's in education, but then I went back after Crystal passed, and I was like, I can't change the world with being a teacher, so I'm gonna, which is a lie. So I was like, I'm gonna change the world and be a social worker, and
Oh, I
so
went
I was
out
like,
of
I
the
want to change
page.
policies.
That's a big step, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes. I
You can
went.
scroll through there for hours, and I'm telling you, like, you'll get to know my kids too. My kids are in every picture.
Oh,
I am deeply sorry for your loss. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing mommy duties. So
It's okay. My kids over here stuffing her face.
I got one in bed,
oh wow.
trying to get two in bed.
Is a this? Wait, what?
I'm gonna drop so I can go work on getting this stuff all posted. Thank you so much for letting me up.
You're welcome, Drama Talk. Sorry. Nikki, you don't have to drop. There's an empty box.
Yeah, I just wanted to offer. That was before there was an open box, but as you're welcome to come up if you want to share, or if you feel like messaging anybody here on the panel, feel free.
Did you say share as in like share a box? I was gonna say, how do you do
No,
that,
no,
Nikki?
he said no. He said that he was just sent something that was worth looking into. I'm not sure what it was pertaining to. Um, so I just meant if you want to share what you were sent, feel free.
I know what you meant. I just
It's getting late, y'all.
It is. Don't worry, y'all. I'm watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and in my squeaky chair, trying to rock him to sleep, but he don't want to do it.
So Jana, I'm just going to kind of read the chat. Shauna wanted to know, did anybody check her meds to make sure something wasn't switched?
Nobody checked her meds, but in her tox report, nothing was switched. It all came back like everything she was prescribed because I was able to get her prescriptions from Walmart. Because
And
Walmart
the only
is
concerning thing was the Benadryl,
the
or
only,
the
yeah,
only
only
thing that
thing,
wasn't normal.
Yeah,
yeah, only thing
this
that
is
wasn't normal was
sketchy.
Benadryl.
Were they able to figure out how long the Benadryl had been in her system?
No, but um, she passed February 9th, and the tox report and autopsy wasn't done until February 12th. So, you know, um, she passed February 9th, and the tox
Ugh,
you
so a
would
lot of
think that
that, yeah.
those levels would have been higher, even higher.
Right. I wonder why it took 3. I wonder why it took 3 days for the autopsy.
I have no idea. That pathologist, like I said, he had so many ethics violations. And I'm stuck right now because I did a complaint against the Arkansas State Board of Medical Examiners against him, but her case is in Louisiana, but she was shipped across state lines to Arkansas. And I don't know why that's a thing. Like it's a thing, so it's not like she was just the only one. But then you're fighting jurisdictional issues with well, the Louisiana State Board of Medical Examiners has no jurisdiction over it, so it's a Louisiana case, but it's an Arkansas. And now it's an Arkansas issue, and so like if it's a Louisiana case, it needs to stay in Louisiana. If it's an Arkansas case, it needs to stay in Arkansas. Stop shipping across state lines.
Right? It almost makes it sound like they're like, well,
And
you handle it. No, you
And
handle it.
yeah, well, he doesn't even work for the Arkansas State Crime Lab. He does private autopsies, which blew my mind. And we didn't hire him to do the private autopsy. The sheriff did. And Dora, it was in Little Rock, Arkansas. It was Frank Peretti, the same guy that did the West Memphis 3 case. And he couldn't even identify which case was which. Like, and that was the same issue with my sister's case. Like, it had two different case numbers, everything.
Hello. I don't know if it would help you guys or not, but I know when my cousin, she was 19, and her fiance murdered her, and they tried to say it was uh, basically self, that she drank herself, and we're like, there's no way. I mean, it took us 2 years of fighting. I mean, we stood out on the streets in the county and protested, saying, Claremont County, let's schmurders walk free. We did everything. Finally, it got the news people involved, and it got, a lot of people involved because of us doing that. And finally, more people got it. And finally, on the case, and they exhumed her body and turned it over as a schmurder. And it took us 2 years. He was walking around for a schmurder. He was walking around for 2 years, but they finally got him, and he's been behind bars now for 30 years. So I don't know if maybe that might help, just make a ruckus
No,
in the
I mean
town.
it would. Unfortunately, her husband had her cremated immediately after.
But it would get people looking at the records and all the evidence and stuff that she has now, whether, they can, since they can't exhume her body and stuff that she has now, exhume her body, but, they'll definitely start looking at the records, everything that's on file and what people, she has and stuff like that. I mean,
Right, yeah.
anything's worth a shot. Like I said, it took us 2 years, and finally he just actually went up for parole again. So every 3 years we just gotta keep making sure he's behind the bars. But yeah,
Absolutely.
her story's actually making sure he's behind the bar. Story's actually on the Oxygen channel.
What's her name?
It was Christina Harris, and it's on the Oxygen channel. It's Exhumed Killer Revealed.
Okay. I'll definitely watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
No, you're
mean,
absolutely right, though. And I think that that's what Jana's trying to do is, when she first came on here earlier tonight, she had mentioned that, they're at the point where it's like, we're just going to talk to everyone and mention that, anyone and
right.
make sure
Yeah.
my sister's story's told and out there to get
Right.
answers, hopefully.
And if they can get people together and just go in town right in front of the police station.
Answers, hopefully.
And if they can get people protest, there's nothing they can do to you for protesting as long as you are on public property. We actually caused the 6-car pile up, but, because we got so close to the street and people were paying attention to us instead of, the road, and close to the street and people were paying it, and we finally got justice.
We did something similar when we went to Washington D.C. They called it Symphony of the Silence. And there was a group of five of us, and we didn't go as lobbyists. We went just as family members, and we talked to. There was I was representing Louisiana. There was a representative from Texas, Tennessee, and Mississippi, and there was five of us. And we went. There was I was representing Louisiana and Mississippi, and there was with a private investigator and then a cold case analyst. I forgot. I think she was out of Florida, and we just simply told our family stories best we could, and it kind of turned into something having to do with the homicide act or something like that. It We ended up not serving the purpose that I wanted it to serve, but it wasn't really that organized. Um, I'm all for the protesting thing, like making sure voices is heard and things like that. But there's safety in numbers, and in that community is so tight knit that even people that advocate for Crystal, they do it silently. They're not going to come out, and it's a lot of business owners, a ton of business owners. Like they pay for that for the billboard to go up. Um, they won't come out and openly support because they have to be protected by that sheriff's department. Their business has to be protected, so they're stuck between a rock and openly support because they have to be protected by that sheriff's department. Their business has to be protected, so in a hard place. They want to advocate, but they can't. And so I live in a neighboring parish, so I could have, maybe there might be 10 or 15 of us. I live in a neighboring parish, so I could have 10 of us. Um, my brother would go, but I try to keep him out of things because his emotions get the best of him. Um, but if I could schedule it ahead of time and have people from, other places come in and just do it that way, I would absolutely love to schedule it ahead of time and have come in and just do it that way. I would absolutely love to do that. And make it a big deal, and you know one that I guess would make the news, because that's what ultimately what you wanted to do is to make the news and schedule it, and people not know it. One that I guess would make the wanted to do is to make the news ahead of time, just the people involved. But as far as getting locals to participate, even though they're on my side, they're so scared of what that sheriff can do. Just looking at my sister's case, well, if they've covered up this much, what are they willing to do to cover up for somebody else?
Justin, are you able to check your messages on your other device so you can show the pictures that B sent you? Other device so you can show the pictures that B sent you? Yeah, I understand the, being scared, because like you said, if they cover that up, who's to say they won't do it to somebody else? And that's, kind of catch 22, with everybody sticking together and speaking out to try to get a change where they're not doing that anymore in, that town. And it's, it
I wish
sucks.
everybody in this little TikTok creator like group, like at least like 50. I wish y'all lived like Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi. Like we need you in the South. And so many of y'all live in the North, and we really need you in the South. Y'all need to move down here closer so we can come get y'all and
Right.
have y'all come closer to us.
I tell you, if you plan something and I'm able to make it, trust me, I'll be there because I've went through it. I'm able to make it. I've been through it. Me and my cousin were so close, and I refuse to, just, I've been through it. I think that she drank herself to death. I was just like, there's no way. So we fought. So if, like I said, if I can make it there, I will make it. And
This
I
is
will.
a picture of Crystal's arm. Now the red on her thumb is fingernail polish. My sister-in-law accidentally we were going to paint her fingernails and she dropped the bottle and but the rest of those are bruises. And that's her left hand and arm. And they said that that could have been um when they were pulling her body or something, but you don't bruise after your heart stops beating. And that's what I've been told a million times.
Yeah, that's definitely before her last breath. Before her last breath. That's awful. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Hey, Jana, is that both arms?
Sorry.
yeah.
Hey, Jana, is that both arms with both arms like that?
Just her left arm. Her right arm was fine, and her left ring fingernail was ripped off. Her right arm, you can see the bruising in the bend of her arm. My sister-in-law took these pictures after we dressed her. She went and looked again and snapped these pictures while nobody was looking. Um, and then there's some more that I'm sure they'll show. Um, they weren't, none of these bruises were documented by the pathologist, by the coroner, by the sheriff's department. They were only documented by family members.
That's crazy to me. The fact that not a single one of those bruises was documented by the coroner.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing with the coroner. The coroner, for her time of death, it was typed in, the whole report was typed. It was typed in 10:35 a.m., which aligns with the time that we thought, she passed. And it was hand crossed out, and then it was written with Sharpie 5:05 p.m. So we questioned, why did you change that? Why did you change it from 10:35 typed to handwritten to 5:05 p.m.? It was that just doesn't make sense. You don't just make changes like that on a document.
No, and
So
that's a big difference.
yeah, and that was her right arm.
So you have all of that, the pictures of all the bruising and everything, and it's not documented. Like when they re exhumed my cousin, they had a different, um, whoever does the forensics and stuff come in from a different state. Like he was big time. And they redid, and they ended up finding the switchblade and blade of grass in her lungs where she was outside trying to struggle and, trying to breathe. And
Yeah,
that's what basically pinned him to it because of the bruising and that blade of grass that they found in her lungs. them not documenting all that bruising and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they didn't document anything. I mean, nothing.
Yes.
And those look like thumbprints to us on her inner thighs. Yeah,
Yes. She
the
maybe
handprints.
cremated it, but you got all the evidence. I mean, it's definitely a matter of being loud and drawing attention to it and getting, like I said, the media and everybody involved that you can.
Jana, did they rule out that bruising was, and again, I'm not saying that it's not what we think it is, but did they rule out postmortem ecchymosis and things like that, which was
No,
like, is the blood settling and things like that?
no,
That's what Lexi just said, Kristen, because I was asking her.
Oh,
no. They
okay.
didn't rule.
Sorry.
Yeah, they didn't rule out any of that. And
I keep
um,
walking away from my phone, so I'm sorry if I'm like asking
oh
redundant
no,
Oh no,
you're
no, no!
questions.
fine.
You just said it out loud. I was talking. Lexi's my daughter in mortuary
Yeah,
school,
she
so
was
I was
saying
on mute.
like,
I was just talking to
Oh,
her.
gotcha. Okay. Okay.
yeah, no, they didn't rule it out, and they can't. Like I said, on her autopsy photos, you can see the pooling of the blood. You can see the pooling, um, and it's on every side of her, her stomach, her back, her sides.
Well, and it's not that it's not, so someone in the comments said, as far as I know, as a nurse, once the heart stops, you don't bruise anymore. It's not that you're bruising. That's what I'm asking. So it's called postmortem ecchymosis. It's the settling of the blood in certain areas of the
Right,
body that makes it look on the skin, like the discoloration, like that color discoloration makes what we would call a bruise in to someone that's, not unalive. It makes it
right,
look like there's bruises. And that's why I was wondering. So if they didn't make any comments about postmortem ecchymosis, then that would make me think that there was in fact bruises.
right. And they didn't, and like that's the first time
But
I've
why
ever
not
actually heard that
document that?
terminology.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah. And why not say that whenever I asked the pathologist about it, sent him the pictures of it, he could have used that terminology and I would have looked it up and said, okay, maybe that's it. But instead he
Right.
said, I noted no bruising on her. That's what he said.
Well, and look at her hand. So you see the red mark,
Yeah, the red marks
and then you see.
yeah, the red mark right there is it's not food coloring, fingernail polish. That was our fault, but the rest of it's the bruising.
Okay.
And the scratches wouldn't be from the postmortem ecchymosis. It's more of, again, if they didn't note, and that's what makes me wonder if they didn't notice any. That's not noticeable. You know what I mean?
They
By any stretch
also
of the imagination.
and they also documented that she had all of her body parts, but she actually didn't. She had had a hysterectomy. And
Right.
Jana, she was right-handed, right?
Yeah, she was
Oh,
right-handed and this was her left hand, which, I was thinking maybe that if if this would have been her right hand, the kickback from the pew pew could have, hit her hand or made the bruising, but it's not, it's her left hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
Michelle,
I know.
this is Jana's sister, Crystal. So that's what we're discussing. She was unalived by a single pew pew to the head, but nothing is adding up whatsoever in this case, and it was ruled as a self unaliving. We don't believe, and obviously neither does her sister or the rest of the family believe that it is a self unaliving. So that's what we're discussing. Sorry, Jan, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. But someone asked if I notified authorities of this. I did. And the thing is, the authorities, we notified the district attorney of it, and they didn't even look at the pictures. Nobody of higher up status has ever seen these pictures because they won't look at them now unless they've seen them online. Somebody sent a screenshot to them, but they've never got them directly from us because they didn't care to.
This whole thing just infuriates me. Get out. And if she did, in fact, self unalive, why would she do it with a pillow over her head?
Right, and that's another like really alarming picture is that pillow with the singeing on it, and you can see it. And people have given me different scenarios. Well, women want to be clean about it, and they don't want to make a mess. And my thing is, I know my sister, and I know that she's OCD, and that could have been a possibility. But I also know my sister in the fact that if she's that depressed, and that this is it, that's the last thing on her mind. If she's not going to take the time to text her son and say I love you, she's not going to take the time to care about that.
Oh, and also why get ready for the day?
Right.
Didn't you say she lost her
No,
ring
I agree with
finger?
Maggie Craps 100%. Sorry. Go ahead, Justin. My bad.
Didn't you say she had lost her ring finger?
Her ring fingernail. Yeah, it's in a picture that I think B's gonna send you. I don't know if she can put that one up here because it shows her face. Um,
No, wait, you said um her fingernail or her
her fi-
finger?
her fingernail. Yeah, her
Oh, okay.
fingernail.
I agree with B. How can anyone pew pew themselves when they have enough meds to sedate a horse? Like, it just doesn't, nothing adds up. It makes zero sense.
Um, Somebody's asking where was the PP found? It was in her hand, clutched. It never the recoil was never like there was no recoil. Somebody's trying to explain that to me that the body stiffens once it once it you pass and it stiffens. You pass and it stiffens and it just drops. But then I've had others saying the recoil would have thrown her head back. And so I've gotten so much conflicting information that I don't know. I don't know what to believe.
Well, and the pew pew could have been put there after. I mean,
Well, when you see the picture, I think B, you can show that picture of how it's placed. You just show it like yeah, B, you can show that picture of you just show it like it's just so neatly placed there. Like I mean, it's just neatly placed there, like it was a
Molly's
mannequin or
asking
something.
about pew pew residue. There wasn't any, right?
Right, none.
Or they didn't test for it, right?
Right, they didn't test
There wasn't any, right?
right, none
Or
for it.
because well, and then my other question was going to be if they
For it.
if they did the, and I don't know what it's called, so forgive my ignorance, but did they do like the test to see like at range, how far?
Nope, they didn't. Absolutely no
And
testing whatsoever.
B is sending me more pics, guys. So just hang out
Yeah.
for a few, and I'll show them.
Somebody's asking again if there was a GSR on her hand. There was no GSR testing done. The easiest test, cheapest test they could have done that would have pretty much cleared all this up. They didn't take the time to do it. I do want to
Hey,
say there's a Lane in here that just came in. Elaine was actually Crystal's best friend, and now she's my best friend,
oh,
and she's in the chat.
hi,
I
Elaine.
invited her in. So,
They did say that her hands were bagged, though, right? But they actually weren't, or
no, they told my brother her hands were bagged, is what the lead investigator said to him. Her hands were bagged or whatever. And then when I confirmed with the pathologist, he said no, they were not.
Hannah,
And
if you want to
so,
bring Elaine up, I'll drop, girl.
I'm happy to
I,
as well. I can drop.
Okay.
So a couple people in the chat were wondering, not to be too graphic, but about the entrance and exit wounds.
so it depends on who you ask. Some say that the entry wound, so the entry wound is smaller than the exit wound, which some people say is backwards. The entry wound is smaller than the exit wound. The entry wound, if I remember correctly, is a star shaped pattern, where it said the exit wound should be shaped pattern, where um it's it's like we kind of um it's like we kind of when we looked at it and we compared what we looked up, we saw it as backwards. I haven't found an expert to look at them and tell me for sure backwards. I haven't found an expert to look at them and tell me for sure that's not affiliated with somebody down here. Um,
So I wonder if we can get somebody that's an expert to
if you
take a
can
look
get
at
somebody
those.
that's an expert, I would definitely share the pictures because there are clear pictures from the autopsy photos of the entry and exit wound. All they really do is
Okay.
give you clear diameters, the entry and exit wound. All they of it. But I can't trust anyone remotely down here to give me a clear answer. An exit wound would be big of it. To give me a clear answer. An exit wound would be bigger. You would, yeah.
determining distance and the closer that the victim is from the suspect,
Hey, hey,
it
y'all.
could, it could also determine the entry and exit wound, and also there will be a burn pattern the closer that you are to
Is
the
that the
suspect.
stippling?
Excuse me?
Is that the stippling?
It can be.
Correct.
Yep, it can
Yeah.
be.
See, we don't have stippling because the pillow blocked it. Because
Wait,
the shot
say that
was
last part again. I'm sorry.
the pillow that she was shot through. It blocked the stippling, so we don't have a stippling pattern.
Well, what about the pillow?
That was
Somebody
that,
put a pillow over her head, so that's what throws
yeah.
me off about this. Somebody put a pillow over her head, so that's what throws
Yeah.
me off about this. They're claiming it's a self-unaliving, but she was found with a pillow over her head, and then the wound or the hole went through the pillow into the head. Found with a pillow over her head, and then the wound or the hole went through the pillow.
So, is there do you have a maybe not you specifically, but is there a manner of unaliving, time of unaliving, and even let me see, manner, time, and what's the last one? I'm trying to think right now. Can't even think. Oh, well, the manner is probably the most important. Is there the manner of unaliving?
So the manner of unaliving was GS wound to the head. But that was the cause. The manner is self-inflicted. The time of injury, it says 11 a.m., but there's really nothing to support that because it was the time of injury, there's really nothing to support that because it was unattended. Then the time of death was 5:05 p.m., but next to it on her death certificate says
Or
found.
you know the manner and the
But next to it on her death certificate says
or
found.
cause was you said
GS,
GSW
yeah,
or
GSW.
Listen to
Well, and
this,
Elaine,
Elaine just said. Listen to this.
yeah, that's what I was going to read.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nikki. You can read it.
No, no. I just,
The
sorry,
police,
I'm coughing.
the police report never mentioned the pillow, and then the husband was allowed to burn the pillow.
And
Right,
why would you burn the pillow?
right.
I want to learn more about that
Burn the pillow.
Right.
part that the husband was allowed to burn it.
So
Yes.
he's ex law enforcement, which should tell you all you need to know.
That the husband was allowed.
Yes.
He's ex law enforcement, which should tell you all you need to know.
Oh
But
my god!
when she was found, he called a friend who was a detective and said, "I want a welfare check. Crystal's not answering her phone." And it was his friend, his buddy, who was a detective that found her. Which and I think you'll agree with me on this as someone else that's studying in the legal field, right? I'm telling you, he set that up so that he knew what he was going to walk into and wanted someone else to find her.
He also, in the report, it also states that when he called for the welfare check, he went to the house and the cop called him back and said nobody's answering the door. And he said, "Go on in. The door's unlocked. She's in the back. Her name's Crystal."
Yeah.
So if you wasn't involved in it, how the hell do you know she's in the back?
Well, my big thing is from the very first statement. That's why I reacted the way that I did, and I apologize for anybody that heard it. I said, "Oh my god," because I kind of already know the trajectory of the way that this is gonna happen. Because when kind of already know the trajectory of when it involves people like this, it gets structured a certain way. In order for it to look a certain way.
Well, and that's
Like,
why it was, and this was back in 2023, in February 2023, and they just recently. Well, and that's why it was, and this was back in recently. How long ago did they just reopen it, the investigation again?
Well, technically in June of 24 is when we got the letter that it was quote open without a formal disposition to avoid a FOIA request that they had gotten. But just in November is when he told a news anchor, not us, but a news anchor, that the case was open. November of this year.
wait, what does that part specifically mean to avoid a FOIA request? Like,
The Open Records Act, they cannot
Yes.
answer Open Records Act. It falls under the exemption for open records if the case is open and active. So the case was originally closed. Jana got all of the information from Crystal's case. Then when more and more people started looking into it and more eyes started getting on this case, and Jana got all of the information from Crystal, people started looking into it and more eyes started, FOIA requests went in asking for specific information. They reopened it so they didn't have to answer the Open Records Act request.
so, man, like, even when there's let me see, let me use the right phrase. No evidence is evidence. So, utilizing that same logic, when you don't want somebody to look into something, that means they're
Something.
exactly, in my opinion,
Exactly.
that me
No,
speaking.
I agree with you 100%. And that's why I'm saying, I mean, of course, you and I both know that they could file a report, right? And then they could take this, they could appeal it, and then they could go and file a case. But how are you going to prove that they reopened it? And we don't want to prove that because we want them to actually look into it, right? Which is why we're getting loud now, because we want them to actually look into this and be like, everything that happened was done with nefarious intentions, in my opinion.
I can't get over the fact that she purchased the pew pew.
I want to say this really quick. I'm going to put this, I want to say this really quick. One photo up that did go through, I went in and kind of made like a small edit where I just kind of colored over the pew pew. One photo up that did go through, I just kind of colored over the pew pew. I'm not sure what, I think maybe this is the pillow that we're just kind of colored over the pew pew. I'm not sure what looking at, so Jana will have to speak to it. I just don't want to keep it up too long because I don't know if they will flag me. But B is also emailing me the ones that she tried to send me, and TT blocked them. So I'm gonna put this one up first, and then I'll go to my email.
And Jenna, wasn't it 2 days after that he was allowed to burn the bed and everything?
Yeah, it was like 3 days after.
Yeah.
He burned a
I'm gonna
bed.
apologize ahead of time if I keep muting. My son's kind of loud. Yeah, he burnt the bed and everything.
He got the pew pew back years later.
Oh.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Sorry, I'm not.
And if
He
you
got
look,
the-
that's
And
her
there you can
middle
see the hole
finger
in the
on
film.
He got the
trigger.
pew pew back a few years ago.
I feel
And-
like that looks to me that I feel like if she had done that to herself, would she still
Her
be like
finger would
holding
not be right there.
right? Like, would she still be holding it perfectly placed like that?
No, absolutely not.
All right.
Self, would she still
Her
be like
finger would
holding
not be right there.
right? Like, would she still be?
And aligning myself with the way that you guys are also stating and aligning with the way that you guys are stating everything. When somebody, in my opinion, this is not a fact. If somebody were to do any, when somebody were to do any kind of an action, regardless if it was self or to others, it will not remain in a position where you will still hold it in a position that you are going to start from. That is
Well,
a
and
starting position.
somebody mentioned, so Crafty said it was still cocked back.
That can be,
She said it would have been closed.
well, it can also be because it's empty. So I have to
So
utilize both sides.
they
Okay.
actually, for it to be, the reason why they said it's still cut back is because first police report says that it's stovepiped. Second police report said it jammed. The third police report said that was due to a limp wrist. The only issue we have now is a stovepipe if you're familiar with firearms, it means the casing is sticking straight up and down. So the casing got jammed in there.
Oh, hold on.
The
It.
problem the problem with that is the casing wasn't found until 7 days later by her husband. Got jammed in there.
Oh, hold on.
The
It.
problem with that is the casing wasn't found until
If you
it
all,
couldn't have been stovepiped.
if you also look at the casing that's in that firearm, that it's in backwards.
If it was let's say for example jammed, then there would either be further evidence, a lot more evidence of um any kind of ammunition to be jammed, as in somebody had to replace that cartridge in order for it to fall out right next to the exact person from that same exact position or anywhere within that same exact circle before they're able to go to the next round. That's just the way real life works. Like we
And
have to think about it logically.
who took those pictures? The investigator?
I'm
Yeah.
not sure
Okay.
if the investigator or the coroner took these pictures. I'm assuming the investigator, but that's who. These are pictures that were sent from a FOIA request from the West Carroll Parish Sheriff's Office. So I'm
Okay.
assuming the investigator.
In my opinion, there is no way possible, and this kind of furthers the point. No way possible that there's a single person that is involved with the TikTok friendly language will be what, self deletion.
Unaliving, self
So
deletion.
self
Either one
unaliving.
of them.
Okay, so self unaliving, that they utilized the specific thing, and it oh my, I'm trying to try so hard. The specific oh my, I'm trying to try so hard to use TikTok friendly language. It didn't work, and then you have to discharge it, and then you have to reuse didn't work it, and then it was still in your hand in the same manner after utilizing it, when the moment that you use it is probably more than likely going to discharge from your arm or your hand in a different manner. It would not just land perfectly.
Exactly.
See, that's another thing that caught me off guard. Was supposedly it was in the right temple. Recoil off of that is going to throw your arm. And then supposedly it was in the right temple, but the shell casing's like 7 foot to the left of the body. Supposedly where it was found at over a week afterwards.
To the opposite side of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was to the
And
opposite
why did
side of
he
the bed.
burn the bed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was to the
And
opposite
why did
side of
he
the bed.
burn the bed?
That's the
He burned
main
the
thing.
bed and then
He
moved
burned
back in.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, why was he allowed to? Is what we should be
Yeah.
be more concerned of, because if it was the any layperson, anything that is consistent with anything involved in any investigation will be utilized for that investigation, because in the event that that suspect wants to go to trial, it would be presented at trial.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Crafty is saying it's locked.
Well, if it is locked, and I'm not saying that anyone
So
is
I just
lying at
turned
all.
the photo.
All right, but I'm going to utilize that same exact statement. If it is locked, how do you have oh my god a thing that was already jammed and discharged and utilized again without it being locked?
Yeah.
Already jammed, and
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
doesn't happen.
and then somebody said that that room would be a crime scene. They wouldn't allow a regular person to touch anything in there. If it tells you how much it was a crime scene, they left the dog on the bed, and they wouldn't allow a regular person to touch anything in there in the crime scene photos.
Yes, Rocket
Um,
was in every picture, every photo.
yeah, if the photos were blown out, you're gonna see the dog on the crime scene photos.
Yes.
Those were blown out, you're gonna see the dog on the bed. So there's that. It wasn't a secured crime scene.
Oh my God.
It was a
Um, It wasn't a secure.
My God.
It was a good old boys crime scene.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to be careful saying good old boys. I got a
Uh
girl
oh.
on this account. She does not like that.
Good old boys crime scene.
Yeah.
I got a
Uh
girl
oh.
on this account. She does not like that paraphrasing good old boys. Jenny will be coming for us tomorrow, y'all. Jenny will be coming for us tomorrow. She thought I was trolling her and stalking her.
And another thing that threw me off is whenever you have a projectile that goes through any form of a resistance, I always call it mushroom or flowering out. The projectile that they claim they found in the wall behind the bed is perfect. It is not mushroom flowered, nothing. It's perfect.
So, a projectile left a so-called jammed arm
Went through
and
her head,
ran
in a
through
wall.
in a wall.
Went
I
through
mean, I don't mean to laugh.
in the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
headboard
sorry.
and the
Right.
wall.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh.
And the pillows.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm not
It
laughing at
went
what
through
happened.
everything.
Right. I'm
Board
sorry.
and the
Right.
wall.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It
Laughing at
went
what
through
happened.
everything.
Right. So just to make things clear, I'm not laughing at what happened. I'm
No,
laughing
it's
at
yeah, it's pretty laughable
the
because
scenario that's
yeah,
being explained.
yeah, it's pretty laughable
The
because
scenario that's
yeah.
being explained. So through all this, it landed perfectly directly behind said victim.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the wall.
Okay.
And if you're doing that alone, like
I
Craft
am
was like,
so freaking mad right
you're
now.
not firing. You're doing that alone, like in that twice. You're
Like,
only
this
firing it
pisses me
once.
off.
And another thing, I'm not fixing to get ready and put my makeup on just to do that to myself.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna shave my legs and my makeup, my hair, and I ain't gonna shave my legs and I mean, if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that.
Correct. And I just want to be perfectly clear. I was never laughing at.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Clear. I was never laughing at the specific victim. I'm laughing at the scenario that was given because that scenario is ludicrous. I'm speaking kindly for what the story was given to the family of said victim.
When you listen to the recordings, I give you permission to laugh as much as you want to at this.
Said victim.
When you listen to laugh as much as you want to at the sheriff and the district attorney because you are gonna laugh and it's okay to laugh because that's how
Oh
I
my
say things
God, yeah.
because you are gonna be like this is a sheriff like this is an because you are gonna laugh and it's okay like this is a sheriff like this is an elected official saying this
I feel like it's
you're
gonna
gonna
piss
laugh
me
it is
off.
like it's completely okay to
Oh,
laugh it's not
it's
gonna offend
definitely
you
gonna
because
piss you
it's
off.
crazy
I feel
yeah
like I'm gonna
but you're gonna laugh
crash out when I watch it.
yeah yeah
We haven't had a good Justin crash out lately. Hell, we hadn't even had a good RT crash out lately either.
Right?
Can we take a short intermission break so I can tell Justin something? Justin, they tried to get me to go over to RT's live last night and ask her or tell her to go do her dishes in her bathing suit.
Oh my God.
And guess who did?
You did it.
I sure did.
She
What'd
did, and
she
RT wouldn't
say?
give her the time of day.
And
They
guess who did?
Time of day.
she ignored you.
I even told her it would be hot if she did it.
Jana, I
Mm-mm.
don't. Was the mag empty or did they put any? I don't recall seeing anything in none of the paperwork.
the mag was still full like there was an 8 round mag and then there was 7 rounds left in it.
And it's weird that they like. I don't know how much of police work did the school resource officer do whenever he discovered the body. You know, like
I
Not
don't even
crap.
know if the door was like the bedroom door was shut. Was it closed? If the door was like the bedroom, he checked for a pulse. How did he determine she was deceased? I don't know any of that because none of that was in the report.
and I need to know more about this.
Check for a pulse. How did he determine she was deceased?
Know more about this Bitcoin transaction. Did he
Yeah, I gotta find
send
that.
money or did he receive money?
I'm positive he sent money or
Look,
bought
and just to give y'all a little
And is there a
information,
way? There's no way to know like how much it was because
It's like $283 or something in Bitcoin. It's like something to that effect. I've got to find it. It's like
Crystal would
I gotta
never
find the
leave her
jump
door
drive.
unlocked. Riley Lively. Yes, Molly. Rocket was in every photo that the so-called police department took.
Which is wild to me because most of the time, the first thing that they would get out is the animal, not only for their safety, but that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, this dog was like one of her children. Like she had birthday parties for this dog.
Yes.
Like she wouldn't have done this with the dog in the room with her. So I'm assuming the door was shut and the dog wasn't in the room with her. So I'm assuming wasn't in there if that happened because I just don't see her doing that with the dog in the house, period. Because there's like a baby to her.
Mhm.
Who
Yeah,
has the dog now?
he does.
He
Oh,
does.
really?
I've seen it outside a few times and I've wanted to stop and get him so bad.
Do you live by them,
I
Elaine?
live like what, Jenna,
Yeah,
two
she does.
miles?
Two
Oh,
miles from them.
do you live?
What, Jenna,
Yeah,
two
she does.
miles?
She's one of my only ones. Like if I went to there right now to like protest and like be at the sheriff's office door, she would be the first one there
Absolutely.
and don't care. Like she doesn't like she wears the t-shirts. She has the big signs on the back of her car like I do, and she
I
has to live in that town. Like she
I
doesn't
used
care.
to work at a
so
local
she don't
bank and
give
I
up.
was well, I used to work at
Yeah,
a
she
local
doesn't give
bank
two.
and I was bound by a social media policy, all that crap. When all this happened. I used to work at
Yeah,
a social media policy, all that crap. So I couldn't say a whole lot. Well, whenever I left the bank, my mouth was open, and baby, I will speak it.
Said you
So I couldn't say a whole lot. Well, my mouth was open, and baby, I will speak it.
said you can't stay. You can't keep her quiet now.
Do
I
you get
delivered.
a lot of flack or
I
retaliation
do
living
get
there?
some hate. Like I had one tell me not long ago that me wearing the shirt, the Justice for Crystal McCoy Jones shirt in Walmart was a disgrace, and that I needed to let her rest in peace. And I said, no, y'all believe in him and covering for him is what's a disgrace. I said, so you can move along and get up off my shirt.
How
yep.
much would the bond be in Louisiana on a dog napping charge? Cause I'll pay your bond if you go get the dog.
Look, I'm
There's
gonna
a
tell you
leash
what.
law, so if the dog's out without a leash, then
Rocket loved me to death because whenever she would come to the bank, as soon as she would hit that curb coming up from the road into the parking lot, he knew that he was fixing to get treats because I started bringing treats to work just for Rocket. He knew he was getting snacks.
That you seen her often at the bank.
Oh yeah, I seen like she was my best friend.
Well, I guess they had a business, so there was.
She'd come through there and she'd be like, "Hey, I stopped at your house and gave your dogs treats. Oh, and I shook my bootay on your camera. Go look at it."
There's other people that want to get up here to speak their point. So could somebody just please drop me so they can speak their point of view?
And hearing y'all talk about her is like there. I feel I've just heard this story
Stay up here. I'm
tonight,
getting ready to go to bed, so they can drop me.
and there's no way. I just feel like there's no way, in my opinion, this lady would have done this to herself. Just from hearing y'all's stories and memories of her is like she doesn't seem like she was. Just from hearing y'all's stories and memories, she doesn't seem like she was. I mean, she may have battled with some depression, but she doesn't seem like she was like to that point in life,
No,
like
she was high on life all the time, and it corrected me. Rocket sufficed. Sorry.
Hey guys, before we jump to a different person, I'm gonna say Merry Christmas to everybody. I can barely keep my eyes open, and I'm almost at the house. So
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas.
everyone had a
thank
good
Kristen.
you so
I'm
Christmas.
much
about to
for
go to
Of
bed
everything.
course,
myself.
you know
For
I got your back,
everything.
girl.
Merry
Absolutely,
Christmas.
100%. And we'll. I think B sent me a bunch of stuff, and whoever else sent me pictures and everything. I think I'm gonna look at it once I lay down. I'll go through everything, and yeah, we'll be in touch
Just,
again, Jana, for
just,
sure.
just no rush. Like, trust me when I say I'm the most patient person on the face of this planet. It's like Christmas all over again when I get a message from somebody saying, "Hey, I looked at the stuff." So like,
Yeah,
no
no,
rush. When I say I'm the most patient person on the face of this stuff. So like,
yeah,
no
no,
rush.
for sure. Well, and I looked at a lot of the stuff Sarah sent me, but she had done her live, and you guys have covered it. So I'm gonna dive in on
So like,
yeah,
no
no,
rush.
Sarah sent me, but she had done her live everything, and then I'll start putting some video footage out on it too, for sure.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right, guys, have a great night. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Good night.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Night, guys.
Merry Christmas, Kristen.
Absolutely. All right, guys, have a great.
Merry Christmas, Kristen.
I'll be listening in the comments though.
Hey guys, first of all, Merry Christmas. Second of all, Jen, I wanted to take my shake my bald head at you because of all the evidence and everything that you have collected and not letting this go cold. You're amazing.
Thank
Uh,
you.
also, I want to say that you're amazing. Also, I want to say there's no way in hell that this is legit in anything. Was in the true crime community. I stepped out of the true crime community, but it looks like with this case and a couple of others, I'm dipping my toe back in. But
Great.
I will say there's no way that anybody would get up, put on half of their makeup, and then put a pillow over your face to make this happen. Now,
Right.
the point of entry and the point of exit. You said temple entry. It
Mhm.
does the happen. Now,
Right.
it
Mhm.
does the trajectory work up to where this is even possible?
No, so the trajectory goes point to point, but then it makes a 90-degree turn into the wall. So
Yeah,
it draw I don't know if I could say that. The thing that comes out of the pew pew
yeah,
drops down 90 degree, goes down and then makes a 90-degree turn into the wall. It doesn't match up.
yeah.
And you can see the trajectory, like you can see it, and it looks like actually two holes in the headboard is what my brother claims. And you can see it in the pictures.
It's
It just
absolutely two
doesn't match up.
holes.
Okay, for the casing to be found 7 foot away, it would have had she would have had to have had it upside down first of all, not like
Right.
you would think. It would have had she would down first of all for it to shoot anywhere instead of straight down into the bed.
Right.
Um, yeah,
Also, this is another thing that I don't get. What they say is the entrance wound to me is the exit wound.
Yeah.
So,
It's
so
just
so
that would have
just
been from the
opposite.
left side.
okay, so I mean, I'm gonna use hunting as an experience here. So, like when you go when you go deer hunting or whatever, I'm gonna use hunting as an experience here. Deer hunting or whatever, and you pew pew your animal.
Yeah,
Like your entrance is small, correct?
correct,
Your exit is not.
correct,
Correct?
correct,
Your exit is not.
correct.
Her small is on the left side, not the right.
Yeah. The entrance wound is a star pattern. It's huge. The exit is just a small little hole.
What they claim, yeah. They
Okay,
claim it was right temple entry, but the small wound is on the left side.
that's no way possible. Even if it was not a hollow point,
As soon as I seen those pictures,
no way possible. Even if it was
as soon as I seen those pictures, which I already knew beforehand, but as soon as I seen those two pictures, I was like, are they blind or where did they get their investigation license or cops or whatever the hell they got? Because obviously it come out of a Cracker Jack box.
and also for it to go in one and then take a 90-degree turn. This sounds like a John F. K. magic bullet syndrome.
And I'm gonna tell you, Jenna, have they showed like the full, like her on the bed or anything like
Something
that?
we don't need to see on here, or somebody's
Yeah,
going to get kicked.
yeah.
We can't show
The
that on here.
to
No.
me, though, like y'all will see the pictures though, right?
Yeah. If they
Yes.
send me their email
Okay.
address, I'm gonna send them the whole case file
Okay.
because
To me, what
yeah.
it looks like. So whenever it first happened, I mean, you know how there's a rumor mill or whatever. When it first happened, it was said that she was found in the backyard. Well, she
Yeah.
obviously wasn't. It was in the bedroom. The way she's positioned on the bed, honestly, to me, looks like she was tossed in that direction. Head, honestly, to me, direction.
And I think now that the stepdaughter is 18 years old, she needs to be asked about all this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Needs to be asked about all this.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna text the private investigator probably tomorrow. Wait till after Christmas because most people don't work on Christmas, but y'all do. Um, with this, and this is actually a really great Christmas for me because I get to talk about her and it makes me happy. So I'm gonna text her tomorrow and just ask her if she could get a good phone number for her, and then text her and see if she can get something out of her. Because worst case scenario, she says screw off and I don't want to talk to you.
Well, I mean, we do know recently she was pissed off at her dad.
Yeah.
So we do know that recently. So maybe she's mad enough that she'll talk.
She'll come forth with the truth.
How old did you say that she? Sorry, did you say she was 17 at the time or 17 now?
She's 18 now.
Was 16 at the time and had just turned. Yeah, she was 16. She just turned 18. She was fixing to turn
Okay.
16 at the time, and then she just turned 18.
Okay, so I was a little off. Sorry.
Yeah, she turned 18 December 10th and called 911 on her dad December 9th.
But for him to direct him directly to her, that's a big indicator.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just wanted to come up and introduce myself and say
I
great
sent you a
job.
follow.
Great job, Jana. I mean, for
Thank you
you to
so
already
much.
have this much evidence and collection and everything, that's just going to make all these guys go crazy.
Jenna is
Yes.
awesome in everything that she has done and continues to do.
She's done more than the own cops have, Lord.
Yeah,
Yes,
She's done more than the own cops have, Lord.
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. You guys would do it too. I promise you. If it was your loved one, you'd be on it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I
you got
praise you for it, to be
I'm gonna
honest.
send her my email right now so I
I'll
don't
send her
forget.
mine.
She's gonna have a whole bunch of emails to send that to.
Oh, bye, Pepe. I asked him, I said, did you decide to come out of retirement? He said, I'm here, aren't I? It's like, I guess so.
All right, guys. So I think I'm gonna head to bed too, because I had to get up early this morning and unwrap Christmas presents, and them children are ruthless.
Well, Merry
Good night.
Christmas to you.
It was a pleasure meeting you, and
Before I go to bed, I'm gonna send out these emails, so y'all just be looking for two links: a Dropbox link and a Google link, and just know it's not spam. But just remember, the Dropbox link it's gonna contain crime scene photos, so just kind of prepare yourself. Gonna contain crime scene photos, so just kind of.
Yeah, it's some
And
of
thank you guys very much.
yeah,
We thank
You're
Thank you for
you
welcome.
for
Good
sharing
sharing
your
your
night.
story,
story with
Jan.
some
And
of
thank you guys very
You're
much.
Thank you for
for
welcome. Good
sharing
sharing
your
your
night.
story
story with
with
us.
us.
All right, y'all have a
You
good
Elaine,
might
night.
want to push it out.
Elaine, since Jana is dropping, I think I missed. Why is the daughter? Why is she mad at her dad? Why'd she call 911 on her dad? If you'd share.
so hang on a minute, I'm gonna read to you.
Okay, you're fine. If you need to mute for a few, you're good. Dad, if you'd share. If you need to mute for a few, you're good.
Thank you for sharing. Sorry, go ahead.
I think I was running water, whatever, when she was telling that part, and I missed it.
I just want to thank her for sharing her story so we can get, or her sister's story so we can get it out there for her.
I agree.
Okay, so what I was sent was he supposedly left threatening voicemails for his daughter. Is what it says, and that's off of. So I do have a couple connections here, with like a EMT and a fire department stuff here, that get like have like a 911 system,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it. Says date system,
Mm-hmm.
and that was says date.
It broke up. I can't hear
You
nothing.
were you
Oh,
were you were
sorry,
muted when you click off of it.
sorry.
It went to,
It says threatening voicemails left for his 17-year-old daughter.
oh wow. Click off of it.
Sorry.
It went to,
It says threatening voicemails left for his 17 year. Haven't heard any other information on that. It's okay, baby. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me
He may
see.
be
it's
getting
okay.
paranoid
Come here. Let me mute for just
with
a
what
second.
she
Okay.
knows. Don't want her.
Come here.
Don't want her talking to nobody.
Hey y'all, do y'all want to go join Alabama's live? Cause I'm about to take me a shower. I just got the baby to sleep.
Yeah, I'm about to go to bed because I got to be up in the morning. I just wanted to get on here and say Merry Christmas to everybody, and I got caught up in that story. Up in the morning, I just wanted to get on here. Got caught up in that story, and I'm gonna be laying in bed digging through these files, and I will see y'all in the comments.
Okay, buddy.
Merry Christmas,
Good night,
Justin.
Merry
Justin.
Merry
Merry
Christmas,
everyone.
Christmas.
everyone.
I'm going
Digging through these files.
Buddy.
Merry
Good
Christmas,
night,
Justin.
Justin.
to get a shower, so I will see everybody in Alabama's live.
Merry Christmas,
Elaine,
y'all.
I
Merry
followed you.
Christmas to
I'll share
you.
Alabama's live to you so you can join us if you want to.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna get him calmed down a little bit, and then I'll be in
Okay.
there. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All
All right,
right,
bye bye.
bye.
Thank you for everyone that joined. Merry
Thank you,
Christmas,
Hannah.
guys. I love you all.
Merry Christmas. We heart you.
We heart you. You sound.
Merry Christmas. We heart you.
You sound. I'll see you in a
I'll talk
minute,
to you in a little bit.
Paisley.
Huh?
I said I'll see you. You sound. You in a minute.
Okay.